not on your life. Hey, welcome, everybody. It is Monday night. Welcome to MCU Mondays right here on Geek News Now. I am your host, David. We're glad you joined us tonight. With me, as always, is my co-host, Debbie. Debbie, how are you this evening?
I'm good. Weather finally cooled off a little bit. I mean, it was still warm, but at least it wasn't that
Oh, warm.
over 100 humidity. Jeez Louise.
You mean Tuesday?
That's a cold front here.
It wasn't a Tuesday?
Yeah.
I mean, the last week was awful. I know
Today-
you guys are used to it, but this Indiana girl's not.
All right. Is it the kind of weather to where you take a shower, you get dressed, you step outside, and instantly you're sweating? And you feel like you need yet another shower?
It was like that today.
I mean, you would walk outside, take a breath, and you felt like your nostril hairs had singed off. That's what it felt like. And it was hard to breathe.
It's yeah. So let's see. What are we doing tonight? We got Daredevil. Regrets only. Regrets only. This was actually, you know what? Before we even start, we don't have any kind of news this week. We had a winner for our Star Wars giveaway last week on Cantina Happy Hour, and that was really cool. But before we get started on anything Daredevil wise, I think we need to play our intro. So here's our intro, and we're gonna get going with this. I'll get that fixed one of these days. Oh, Lord. The dog's just barked. A leaf must have blown by the window. All right. Daredevil regrets only. Daredevil wasn't really in this one, save for like right at the first. I mean, when I say Daredevil in his... Matt Murdock was in it a lot. But in his costume, dressed up, fighting bad guys like you want him to be, he wasn't there all that much. I think, yeah, just the first scene, right? When they fought the Yakuza. I think it was just that first scene.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, in his suit, yeah.
Yeah.
I was
remember correctly.
Yes.
He was
No. He was all...
a lot in this.
Matt was all over the place. Daredevil was only in one scene.
Okay, I follow you now.
We're tracking on the same wavelength now.
It's
forehead,
a Monday.
Forehead VCR.
See,
Turn a little tracking
Matt Murdock and Daredevil are not the same person, Debbie.
But
Matt Murdock is to Daredevil as Peter Parker is to Spider-Man. That helps.
And Clark Kent can hide his identity by putting on glasses. Because of course that works.
Have you seen me without glasses? I'm just saying.
Oh,
I don't look the same at all. So,
have you seen me and have you seen me and Thor in the same room together? Kind of makes you wonder what I do on my off time.
have you seen me and Batman in the same room together?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Kind of
wonder why I'm always so tired.
Makes you think. So honestly, I really enjoyed this episode, even though Daredevil was not in it all that much. I really, really enjoyed. I found myself really getting into this episode. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And I really honestly don't know why. I have, and I'm hoping talking it out this evening, I'll look at it and go, well, that was just a great part, and that's what reminded me why I like this episode. So, Debbie, what were your thoughts on it? I know it had a lot of Elektra in it, and we know your thoughts on it. Had a lot of, well, not only Elektra, it had a lot of Karen in it too.
Now, I didn't mind Karen in this because she was bonding with Frank and standing up for Frank and trying to get the two dumb boys to get on the same page and to represent Frank. So I had no problem with Karen this episode.
I thought,
know
sure.
it's a shocker.
No. I honestly, I thought sure, because when they go to
clip that.
I know, right? When they go to see him the first time and they say, don't take anything in there, don't cross that red tape, they say, but they're giving him all these Hannibal Lecter lines, and that was from Silence of the Lambs, by the way, Andrew. In case you haven't seen that movie, go watch it. But they're giving him all these Hannibal Lecter type things, and she crosses the line and gives him the photo, and they're like, Karen, no! And I'm like, oh, Debbie's gonna have a fit. Debbie's gonna have a fit because she's putting herself in danger again. And then she was like, oh man, nothing happened.
Well, I don't know. It was just like, yeah, just slap a picture of his dead family in his face. Nice, bitch.
Well, now see, I'm under the impression that Frank has forgotten exactly what happened and who his family was because of the bullet injury, because of the bullet in his brain. It's and he's kind of remembering through what Karen can piece
Right.
together. So
yeah, because he said something about it's not all there, it fades, and he can only remember bits and pieces. All he remembers is his enormous guilt that he should have known, and that he's supposed to keep his family safe and he didn't. And that he remembers. That's ingrained in his head.
Yeah. So, and he even when she said, I went to your house, and that was the other one, was I went to your she crossed the line, gave him a picture of a dead family, and said, I went to your house. I was like, oh, Karen,
Man,
stop it.
Karen always says the wrong things. It's like she looked at a list of what not to say and thought it said what to say. Yeah,
but because of that, she has created this bond with Frank, and I think she is. We spent the first season with her, and she was always, she was in trouble, but a lot of it, she had a lot of the I'm the victim here, the victim mentality, and I'm trying to fight back kind of thing. And I think she kind of sees that in Frank too, to where Frank is the victim of all of this, and that's the only reason that he's choosing to fight back. He's just doing it a different way than she did. And so I think she's relating to him on some level. Thoughts?
Well, and he says, well, I was gonna say, and it's like when Frank tells Karen he only kills people that he thinks deserve it, and that she was never in any danger, and if he wanted her dead, she'd be dead,
Right?
Kind of thing.
So it's
what?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna make a joke. That's all.
Oh. I mean, even to the point of he kicked everybody else in the room out except for her, because I think he's looking at her now like she can find stuff out, and it's almost like, you can help me put the pieces back together of what happened on that day. And as far as the house goes, even when she said, I went to your house, he was like, you went to my house? it was almost like he didn't even remember where his house was.
Well, that and the fact that he had never went back after they died. And he was asking her about, were the dishes in,
and
were the dishes on the table or were they in the sink or something like that? And I was like, well, that's sad.
that's just really sad. You really start to feel for him. The public defender was pretty good too.
Mhm.
Ross. This is my second case. I won my first one.
I have 100% win rate.
Yeah.
I'm a
I'm betting
guaranteed
1,000.
win. You know.
I mean, he was feeling pretty confident until until Foggy and Karen, especially Karen, because she's reading that I assume police statement report or whatever.
Yeah.
She's like, where did you get this from? Because this is totally wrong.
I didn't say that.
And he's trying to write stuff down, and I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't sign that either, because Reyes,
Yeah.
put her own spin in there, and that was my favorite part when Matt just took her down. Oh, and let's not mention that you broke Wipro
Quick pro quo.
protocols and killed our killed the guy. Because of you, because you broke protocols. But you know what? That whole situation that is mysteriously disappeared. What a coinkydink.
Did he say that?
No. That was me paraphrasing. But
the Debbie Digest version.
Yeah, just the way she's always standing there so smug, and she's got that stupid grin on her face, like she's
and
got
Frank,
it over on everybody, and
Frank
he
really
Hmm?
Frank doesn't like her either.
Oh no.
Frank is very obviously, he was ready to plead guilty. He was gonna take what was it? 25 with the possibility of parole and
Life with the possibility of parole after 25 years.
Yeah.
I'll spit it out. I think if she hadn't been in the room,
Debbie knows her crime. She's right on.
Man, I watch a bunch of it. But anyways. But I think if Reyes hadn't been in the room, he might have went ahead and taken the guilty. But just seeing her there in her smugness and just standing there kind of grinning, and that got his goat.
Oh, he was mad.
He did not like that. And I was like, because it's been years since I've seen this, I was like, oh shit, he's gonna change his plea. I could see that one coming. I was like, oh no, this is not
even on the first viewing, it was like, yeah, that was going to be an obvious thing. But in the meantime, he changes his plea, and Matt, after he puts Reyes in her place, Matt just disappears. She sent a car for you because Elektra has to go find and shut down the
Yakuza.
The Yakuza. Now, the Yakuza, that's who Ronan was fighting in Endgame, right? Was that who he was after? Was part of their...
I think so. One of them.
I want to say it was, because I think it was mentioned in Hawkeye, but I'm not for 100% sure.
It probably was.
Just because it sounds cool. And we do know that the Netflix series did have some ties to the MCU as a whole. And now they've come out since and said, yes, canon, go for it. So it's all good. But yes, so they're going after the Yakuza. I love Matt and her sneaking around the thing. They got to get the key from the guy. I mean, just everything just kind of lined up. They say what you will about Elektra, Debbie. They have chemistry together, and they worked very well together. Matt, and not the actor and actress. No, I'm talking about Matt and Elektra.
I know.
I mean, the actor and actress, yes, they did a very good job of pulling that off. But Matt and Elektra work very well together. But it's like
You got to pick the lesser of the two evils, Debbie. It's Matt and Karen or Matt and Elektra.
yeah.
You gotta
Ooh.
pick one.
I
Ooh.
don't
jump on
want
it.
to. I don't want to pick.
That came out wrong. That's
Because even then he's trying to keep things up with. I mean, he sat there and told Elektra, "I'm seeing somebody now," and I'm looking at it going, "You've been on a date. You've been out with her once. That's hardly I'm seeing somebody. That's
Well,
you're a friend with her because of you work together. But come on,
I think he was trying to make it sound more than what
a
it.
girl looks at me. If a girl looks at me or asks me a question, I'll tell people we're basically together.
yeah.
Or I'm seeing someone,
Don't you remember? Oh gosh, what's his name? Billy Bob Thornton. His character on. I don't know if you ever. He did a guest spot on Big Bang Theory, and basically he hugged Penny and he counted 5 Mississippi, and because of that, he was bringing her flowers and getting ready to propose to her. She hugged me and I counted 5 Mississippi.
That's how you gotta do. Yeah. Or you say, just sign this
That's not
contract
good.
real quick, and it's a marriage license.
Yeah,
I
just need you to sign a few
celebrity and
things.
say, just sign. Just give me an autograph right here. Okay, good.
An
good.
initial there, and there.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Great.
Need date of birth, great grandfather's social security number. Okay, good. Yeah, there you go.
I need you to say, I do. All right. We're good. All right. Everything's hunky-dory.
This man right here. Yeah. This man right here needs to hear you say I do.
He may look like a priest, but trust me, he's not. He's just acting.
So.
So yeah, one date. You've been on one date with her, and even still, Debbie, I know you don't like Matt and Elektra, and I know you don't like Matt and Karen, and I'm on board with you with the Matt and Karen thing. I just don't see it working. I really don't. It's just there's no chemistry between them. And even when he was when they were at the hospital and all right, we're going to go in and we're going to go talk to Frank, and there's a car for me. Don't worry. I'll see you later. I'll see you later. And it was like, hey, you're running off pretty quick there, buddy. You sure you're seeing her?
Don't call me. I'll call you.
Yeah, exactly. I'll fax you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Fax.
Load letter error. What does that even mean? But yeah, it's.
You mean you got to plug the phone into the wall to make a call? Oh.
You gotta use the rotary.
Dial, yeah.
Why do you even have a
I
hashtag on this phone when it doesn't text or anything?
There was one time, funny story real quick, that I think in our house before the one we're in, Ava, my younger sister, saw what looked like an outlet on the wall, but there was no way to plug in like a charger. She was like, "Mom, what's this for?" And my mom started laughing. She's like, "That's a phone jack for the wall." And Ava was like, "Oh, I had no idea what that was used for.
Yeah,
I just had no idea."
When
Mom was like, "Well, you've never had a reason to." So
we bought our house. Our house was built in 2007, I think. and we had a phone jack. But when we bought it, the phone jack was still exposed, and we retiled our kitchen. And when we retiled our kitchen, that phone jack just mysteriously disappeared. I think it's behind the tile right now. They're like, "Do you want us to leave this out?" No,
I think my house is like
nobody has a phone anymore. Come on.
I'm going to say 2015, 2016
It probably
house.
doesn't have a phone in it at all, does it?
It has a phone jack in the
It does?
kitchen. Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm like, because when I first seen it, I was like,
you probably
what the
have
hell?
you probably got a manual pencil sharpener. You got to crank that baby, sharpen the pencil. You can't just
I love
it in.
those.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Although I prefer mechanical pencils.
Nothing. We got one.
And honestly, I'm wondering if it has to do with building codes. I'm wondering if there's a code somewhere out there that says you have to have access to a landline phone in your house, just in case. I don't know. Hi, kitty.
Look, it's the kitty.
Chewy.
Choo-choo.
Do you have a phone, Chewy?
Chewy don't care.
Or do you have to wait till you can afford to buy it? She's got to wait till she can afford it. That's Debbie's role.
She lives to annoy me. That's her job in life.
So anyway, yeah, it's just I'm not seeing Matt and Karen lasting very long. Plus, you got to look at it too. Matt or Elektra knows who Matt is. I mean, obviously, she knows who he is, what he does. She had his costume there for him, ready to go when the Yakuza showed up at the first. So she was like, "Hey, get dressed. Here we go. We're going to go do this." And Karen, on the other hand, is like completely oblivious still. She may have an idea. I honestly think she's not as dumb as Debbie thinks she is. She probably has an idea. But
Oh,
I just
maybe if Karen was a brunette, Debbie would be nicer to her. I don't know.
no, because Elektra's not blonde.
No.
And what's her name with
that's
Froggy
true.
is
Macy.
Yeah, she likes Macy. I don't know if she likes Macy. She's okay with Macy.
I'm okay with Macy.
Tolerance. Yeah.
So, but that's just
This is the characters, not the actors.
Yes.
I have to say that because I had to say that because I was online today and the interwebs, I swear to God, they kill me. After last night's episode of House of Dragons, episode 2, season 2, there's a certain character on there. He's so adorable and so cute, and I so badly want to like him, but he keeps doing stupid things.
He's like
and
Karen.
And then I see on the internet that people are
Karen.
attacking the actor. They're attacking the actor.
Mm.
I'm like, oh my God, people, get a life. Learn the difference between reality and fantasy.
Fiction.
I just...
yeah.
I was like
and the actors are told what to say. So if you're gonna complain about the way they're directed or acting,
it was like that the girl that played Rose in The Last Jedi. Yeah. Same thing happened with her, to where she quit social media.
She left social media. Yeah.
So because it was like, she's an actress. Do you understand that? She's playing a part. She had nothing to. I mean, she brought the character to life. She didn't write the character. If she wrote the character, she would. You should go.
I'm sure most of these people, they.
She ruined Star Wars. No, not really.
I mean, I didn't care for the character, but
they don't have common sense.
Yeah, like I didn't care for her character all that much. Of course, we didn't get to see really what. I don't think we got to see what was supposed to happen because, I mean, in Force Awakens, she was going in one direction, and then all of a sudden, and I don't know if it was because of all the hate that she got, but they kind of started backing off of her.
You're thinking
was
of
that Rise
no,
of Skywalker.
She was in the
it was right
she was in
because
The
she
Last
didn't
Jedi
she didn't
and
show
Rise
up
of
until the
Skywalker.
Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in the Rise of Skywalker, there was
Yeah,
supposed
But
to
in
be
the
like
last
Finn and
movie,
Rose
she was just
romance is
barely
what
in
they
it.
He had
thought.
like 3 or 4 lines, and that was about it.
Yeah,
Like,
I
there's 20
mean,
Star Destroyers,
Yeah.
and then I'm gone.
yeah,
And then now I'm
I was just like,
But you know what though? They did the same thing with Jar Jar. Jar Jar was like a main dragon, Phantom Menace, and then he steps back a lot in episode 2, and then in episode 3 he had like one line, and that was basically
Misa's still
here. Misa humbly suggest. But
but
anyway.
we'll get him back in the Lego Star Wars.
Yes, Darth Jar Jar. We will be
Yeah.
talking about that.
Evil
and
this
Happy
time.
Hour, by the way.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait.
Darth Jar
Fans,
Jar is
fans
a
have
whole,
been asking for that for I don't know how long. That Jar
So-
Jar, that was always a
as long as
fun
as
theory,
long as,
fun
as
fan
long as
theory
I can
that he was
remember.
Darth Jar Jar.
Darth Binks.
Huh? Yeah.
So anyway, yeah,
My whole life it's been asked for. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
and he's pretty young.
So,
Anyway, Daredevil.
yeah.
Yeah. I liked the bathroom
I'm a
scene. Was
Padawan
great
now. I'm not a
with where he was there with the. Well, he spilt the again. Working well together, they know how to use their specific talents. This scene where he spilled the wine on the guy, and the guy was like, "Oh my gosh, it's my fault. I should have watched where you were going. I didn't," because he's blind. You expect that. You run into somebody, you go, "You big jerk! Oh my god, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were blind. I apologize. I didn't know you couldn't see me. I'm sorry about that. That's my fault. I should have watched where I was going." Blah blah blah. It's really interesting how people's mood changes like that around somebody with a disability like that. And it reminded me a lot of the scene in the movie actually, where he meets Elektra for the first time, and he says, "Can I borrow your honey?" And she goes, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, can you show me where it is?" And she says, "What, are you blind?" And he's like, "Well, yes, actually, I am." Oh my gosh! Like, so sorry, I did not mean that. And I was like, "What a great trick! I'm gonna go buy me some dark glasses and a cane and start walking around and see what I can." So, or it's like I don't know if you've seen. There's a TikTok out there. I don't know if it's a prank show or whatever, but it's this guy and he's eating an ice cream cone, and they're videotaping like people around him, and he's like looking at the lady, and he's like, "Oh," and he's making all these crude gestures with the ice cream cone, and she's, there's one lady that's like sitting there getting all off on it. She's like, "Ooh." And one guy's like getting mad, and he's getting pissed off because he's doing it to him, and then he finishes the ice cream cone, and he stands up, puts his glasses on, flips his cane out, and starts walking away. Oh, my bad.
Boy, do I feel stupid.
Yeah. Or it's
Never
like those
judge a
videos
book
where
by its
like
cover.
someone, yeah, it's like someone's like walking up and they're like, "Whoa, those are some impressive melons," and the lady will be like, "What'd you just say?" And the guy
Well,
will
that-
walk up to someone who's holding like
He's got
watermelons.
watermelons.
Yeah. And
Can I
then
get a
they're
piece
like,
of that
"Oh,"
cake?
yeah.
What? Yeah, he's got a
Yeah.
piece. He's got cake right there. You didn't see that? Oh. People just believe what they want to believe. That's all it is. But anyway, again,
Mhm.
having the doing the cool disability, and of course that gets the guy alone. They were trying to get a key or something off of him, right?
Key card.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
this was a very much a heist episode. We've got to get the key card from the guy so that we can break into the office, so that we can find the documents that bring everything to the ground. Something along that lines. I like the safe. No, there's something here. There's an electrical current. I can hear it. So it was very what was it? Very Ant-Man esque. First Ant-Man movie, where it was like, oh no, he's got this safe. Wait a minute. I drill a hole and pour some of this water down there, and then freeze it all. It'll break all the gears, and I can just open the safe. And oh, he's got a motorcycle uniform in here. What am I going to do with that? So, yes, a heist. And then, of course, you've got Foggy and Karen on the other side of town dealing with Frank and Reyes. And I don't think they like Reyes all that much.
I don't think anybody does. I don't. Big surprise.
Yeah, I know, right? And this one doesn't even like Matt. So
I don't think she likes
trying to figure
anybody
out
but
now.
herself. I mean, she threatens everybody she talks to.
yeah, exactly. How did she become a DA? Because isn't a DA like an elected position? Aren't you supposed to go around and kiss babies and other people's butts and stuff
Well,
so that they'll vote for you?
Well, I'm
politicians
sure,
are nice when they need to be in the
yes,
public eye, but behind the
exactly.
scenes,
They
it's like,
will
whoa,
say
for
and do
you.
anything in front of the camera. All politicians do it.
Yeah,
Why I don't like politicians?
but if you do it to just people in general while you're not politicking or whatever, eventually that's going to get around saying this guy's a jerk and I hate him. I'm not going to vote for him. So
Well, that's why you only get 4 years. So if you don't like somebody,
yeah, right.
just wait 4 years and then
Yeah, right.
hope that
Wish that was true for Congress and Senate.
Amen. Well,
what
I'll even go so far as
talking about?
I'll even go so far as state senators and state
I
rep.
said senators.
Yeah.
No. I'm
Senate.
talking about at the state level versus the federal level.
Oh, I think it should
Like
be
governors and whatnot. And
Yeah.
for all.
Yeah, guys,
all
it's not the
across the board.
it's not the 1990s anymore, you know. It's not the 1990s anymore, you know.
Yeah, geez. I
So
think it
long
needs to be
ago,
across
you
the
know.
board. Anyway,
Yeah.
term
Oh.
limits for everybody. Give somebody else a chance to get in there. Yeah. Somebody else has got to have better ideas than some of these turkeys.
Can't screw it up any more than what it
when you're a
is.
kid, when you're Yeah, right. It's like when you're playing a video game and your mom says, "All right, when you die, you got to give it to your sibling," and so you just never die, so that
never die,
your sibling can never play. Yeah.
I mean, they put term limits on presidents, and it's just like, okay, why doesn't that trickle down?
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Exactly. Well, we don't want one man running the country for too long. And it's like, well, you do realize that that's only a third of the power, right? That's
what
you got
Congress-
Congress. Congress. That's Congress. They're kind of running things too, you know.
I mean,
On a
you have
low-
people in there. It's been there for 40, 50 years. That's ridiculous.
How long was Biden sitting before he became president? He was
30.
in there. Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
whatever.
Because he can't stand.
Whatever. It is what it is. Until somebody changes things, but anyway, whatever. Where are we? Daredevil,
Politics.
Who's the leader of the Yakuza? Debbie.
Oh,
Naga.
Not gonna work here anymore.
Not gonna work here anymore.
Because I was reading on what was I was looking at something and it said a powerful like a powerful enemy reemerges or something like that. I don't
Is it the hand?
see. I don't remember. That's why I was asking.
Because I think I want to
Hey.
say the hand. Hi, bro.
Hey,
I'm wanting to think. I'm wanting to say that the hand comes in. I don't know if that's season 3. Maybe he comes in at the tail end of 2, but I'm
Was it?
thinking it's the hand, or
I think
maybe
it might be the tail end. Yeah.
gosh, it's just been so long since I've seen these. I can't remember.
yeah.
Because I think,
Yeah, I haven't seen these episodes since they came out before this watch. So
because I'm thinking it was the big thing for Iron Fist, maybe the hand.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I'm just speculating. I'm spitting shit out there.
So,
find out in a few months when we cover Iron Fist.
yeah, that's right.
There you go.
But I-
no.
Little,
The
little
only- the
plug
only-
right there.
The only break in time though that we have is, or the only break in this one that we have that I know that's coming up is Daredevil.
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Has David been host for so long? He's starting to forget things. He's getting forgetful. We might need
Who
to
are
put a
you?
term.
Oh,
Yeah.
I tell you what, today at work, shh, don't tell anybody. But today at work, like I said, I watch House of the Dragons, and I had to find or make a list of the Targaryen family line because there are so many names that sound so close, or they
Brother,
repeat the
sister.
name on down the line, and I'm like, I can't keep these names straight.
that's why you.
Jesus.
That's why you have. That's why England. Oh, we've got Edward and Edward the First and Edward the Second and Edward the Third.
But you got Rhaenyra, and then you got Rhaenyra's, and then their kids have got similar names, and it's just like, oh my god! Swear, if I ever start my
It
TikTok,
goes.
I'll be stumbling all over the place with.
It goes- It goes. Brother marries sister. They have kid. Kid marries uncle. They have kid. That kid marries an aunt, and then that kid marries a cousin, and then before you know it, they can only bark and grunt. And
But then the cousin marries another cousin, but they don't have any kids because they're both
Yeah.
women. So that just doesn't happen. However, they get impregnated by each other's fathers.
Oh,
so
you know what?
it's gonna just.
You know what? No, you know what? They use dark witch magic force. One creates them, and one carries them.
Oh
There
yes.
you go. Quite.
Don't even get me
That's your
started.
crossover right there. That's a crossover.
So
We'll
yeah,
talk about that on
even
Thursday.
I even had to write down all the dragons and their riders because I can't keep that straight either. I'm just like, I know the big one, Vagar. That's the only one I know truly, and Syrakus, the one that Damon rides.
I think in one of the books, I'll have to check that there's a family tree, and one of can't remember if it's Fire and Blood or if it's a Game of Thrones, but one of them has, I think, a family tree.
Well, I found a bunch of family trees online, but it was just like when I went to try and print them off, it was just so small I couldn't read it. And I'm like, okay, this is not going to help me. So I went to trusty Chat GPT and said, please make out a family tree for the House Targaryen, House of the Dragon.
And all it did was put a big question mark on his screen saying, I can't figure it out either.
Now it did pretty good. There was only one or two things that it kind of got a little messed up, but it was, thank God, it was stuff I already knew. So I was just like, well, we'll just make this little change. So now I got 3 pages worth.
Lovely.
Yeah, it was good. 'Twas good.
It was a good
Man,
thing.
I missed that. Just to find out my copy didn't have a family tree.
Oh,
Double.
No. Did
Double.
yours have a lot of pictures in it?
Yes, he's got the
Nope.
child's version.
No,
I've got the
I'm
the
thinking
easy to read.
A lot of Martin's books have like illustrations in them and stuff, don't they?
Oh, I don't know.
Or maybe I'm thinking
my
wrong.
copy of Fire and Blood doesn't. I
Hmm.
could check the main books, but I know Fire and Blood doesn't. I've got leather bound covers of the main books.
See, I haven't read the book, so I have no idea what's coming. I know I don't know what episode it was, but the internet was kind of having a heart attack, and I'm like,
Well, then I know you don't know
why?
about the oh yeah, the blood and cheese stuff. Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
that was yeah.
I
You
still
haven't
have.
watched.
I
You
haven't
haven't
even.
finished Game of Thrones yet, have you?
Yeah, I tell you what, I got 5 minutes into the first episode, and then I had to turn it off. And not because it was disgusting, not because I didn't like it, not because it wasn't catching my interest, just because all of a sudden people woke up from their naps and there were children in the room. I was like, I need time
It's
to myself.
definitely a late
Luke,
night.
That's
type of
how
show.
you do it, all right.
I need time to myself. Is what I need. That's what I
You
need.
wait till either they're at school or it's bedtime, or
Well, when they're at school, though, I'm
um,
working, so I can't do it then.
yeah.
You're sick. You're sick for a month. That's what you say. I got something.
Maybe
Yeah.
after they've turned 18 and they've left
Or
the
they're out of the
house. By then, the show would have been 30 years
that's gonna-
old.
Yeah. You will have had House of the Dragons done. The new spinoff will be done.
I actually,
There'll be
I'll
probably 2 or
finish
3
watching
more.
Game of Thrones, and I'll be like,
Yeah.
now I see that Starbucks cup that everybody's been talking about. Of course. Oh,
Yeah, what is
Lord.
that? That new one is 7 Nights or something Nights.
Yeah, it's like Hedge.
They're already making a spinoff
Yeah,
now.
because it's a Duncan and Egg. Yeah, it's based off of a short story. It's based off of a short story, so they're not just making something up.
Well, it doesn't matter.
from,
What
you
I'm
know,
saying is that now there's another
it-
series that I got to catch up on. So now
So
I've
is it
gotta-
only going to be like one
Yeah.
season then? Or limited 6-episode
It
thing?
might be limited because they're filming. They started filming right now, and it's supposed to come out early next year. So I think it's just six episodes, maybe. I don't know.
I hate
that's
these
kind of a normal
seasons. I
season
really
now.
do.
You know.
All right.
Well, at least with House of the Dragon, you're getting hour-long episodes. You're not getting.
they're
30
more than an
minute,
hour.
You're getting. Well, that's. I mean, like this last one was what, like an hour and 12 or something like that. So you're at least you're getting the length with these. Yeah, you're not getting like a 15-minute episode and you blink and it's over. So
Dave's over there going like, I don't care.
I didn't say that. I think it's interesting.
You know what?
I have
Debbie and I will start.
no
Debbie
clue
and I
what
will
you're
start a
talking about.
House of the Dragon podcast. That's what we'll do.
Actually, you know what? You let me get a
We'll-
season or
we can
two
just-
into Game of
whatever.
Thrones, and we can do a Game of Thrones show. How about that? We'll do a Game of Thrones show. We can start
All right.
watching Game of Thrones. We'll talk about
Do an online watch party.
who's
After Dark
sleeping with
stuff.
whose sister and why, and all that other whatever. Debbie, did we miss anything in this episode of Daredevil that you wanted to talk
Just
about?
the very last 2 things. Stan, that was the guy they took the key card from. He goes in front of the boss, whoever he was, and he makes after they shoot the 2 guards that were supposed to be guarding Stan, and the guy standing behind him with the gun. He was like, "Oh, I wouldn't tell anything about the Yakuza," and that guy's like, "Who said I was Yakuza?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, big mistake. You're dead.
Yeah,
See ya."
you just screwed yourself.
And then Oh, Foggy tells Matt what happened at the hospital and that Reyes is on a rampage. And
The trial of the
and-
century starts next week.
yeah, she fast tracked it. So that'll be fun.
So
Pretty sure I remember how that came out. I think justice is served.
justice shall be served, and it is a dish best served cold.
It's Star Trek.
Oh, sorry. Wrong thing.
Oh well, we already
Oh,
talked
we're
about
doing all the
Dragons
crossovers
and
here.
Superman and Star
Yeah.
Wars. We got it all.
I don't think we talked about Superman. I think we talked about that in the pre-show. But
Oh, was it?
yeah, we were talking about Superman's costume.
That's right. Yeah.
There's pictures have
Wow.
been dropped. Pictures have been
Yeah, people
leaked.
are
Having a fit.
having a fit.
The internet's trolls have stepped out yet again.
Just can't get away from it.
All the 30-year-olds living in the basement with Cheeto stains on their shirts.
Downloading
Probably
pictures
pretty accurate.
Superman's not in shape enough.
Yeah.
Superman isn't as muscular. Well,
He
you
doesn't have a
don't
little
have any
curl
muscles,
in his
so-
hair. Where's his curl? All right.
It's like, dude,
Shameless-
can you even get up and walk? You know?
Shameless plugs. What do we got, Debbie? Do we have anything?
Tomorrow is the Sith Dominion. They will be talking about the Acolyte, at least up until episode 4, I think. I'm pretty sure they're going to discuss all those episodes.
Yeah.
Wednesday, War of the Stars will drop an episode. I always want to say War of the Worlds. Yet a different franchise.
Get a different one.
And then we'll be back for episode
Happy
5
Hour.
of the Acolyte Cantina Happy Hour. And then Saturday's Geek Gauntlet. And then we'll be back next week with episode 7. Semper
Yay.
Fidelis.
Semper Fi.
It says Semper Fidelis on the thing.
I know.
I
You
know
gotta
it's
say,
Semper.
you gotta say it right though, Debbie. Come on. Semper Fi, do or die.
Yeah,
Gung ho,
Debbie.
gung ho.
I'm sorry, that's what the episode guide says. I'm trying to stay true.
All right. Andrew, you got anything? Shameless plug wise?
I do. So last night on the Red 5 Network YouTube channel, we did our book review of The Living Force, and which was a lot of fun. And at the end, and this is teased throughout the show. At the end, Nicole had bought the Star Wars Oreos, and she opens them up at the end. I'm not going to say what color it is, but that you got to watch till the end. If you can make it to 2 hours.
2 hours? Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
I cannot
Yeah.
sit through that.
You had me at Oreo, you lost me at 2 hours.
All right. Just fast forward. You can fast forward. That's fine. But this is fun. So our next read, even if it's meh, is the Aftermath trilogy. We'll be starting that July 1st. But to get
Meh.
ready for that, next Sunday in the book club Discord, we will be doing a Return of the Jedi watch party.
Oh,
to kind
nice.
of get in that
nice.
timeline mindset leading up to that. So
How do you
that'll
get
be
in on
fun.
that? I want to watch that.
If you just hit up Nicole, well, I could probably even tell her to let you in. But if you DM Red 5 Reading on Twitter, Nicole will send you an invite link to the Discord server, and that's pretty much how you
Wow,
join.
that means I got to download Discord again.
But what we'll do is, like any watch party, we'll join the voice chat. We'll all hit play at the same time,
Gotcha.
and so you can watch on
That's
Disney
Sunday?
Plus, or if you got a Blu-ray, or yes. So this next
Wait a minute.
Sunday
So
at
that
8
means it's got to be the
8
special
Central.
editions. That means I can't watch the theatrical cuts. All right, fine. Fine. I was gonna bust out the
Wow,
VHS.
oh, it's gotta. Yeah, you're gonna have to see Hayden Christensen at the end. All right, not Sebastian Shaw. So
No, actually, if you watch the original DVD releases, that was the last time that he was in the. That was before they changed it to Hayden, because those were released in
when I watched the
2004,
original,
so it was pre
I felt
episode 3.
Yeah, I felt so dumb when I realized this. When I first watched the Star Wars movies, I didn't know that they put in Hayden. Or I didn't know that Sebastian Shaw was the original actor. So I'm watching Return of the Jedi. I see Hayden Christensen as Anakin. I'm like, oh, cool. And then when I'm watching Revenge of the Sith, I go, whoa, this actor looks a lot like Anakin from Return of the Jedi. What is going on? And then I looked it up and saw that there's special editions, and I was like, oh,
Surprise!
I couldn't. It's like, oh, that was a great cast. It was.
I was this years old when I found out.
Yeah.
Wow, he hasn't aged a
Anyway.
bit.
Wow, the
It's like,
casting
wait a
director.
minute.
Was
I know
spot on
these
on
movies
that
took
one.
place before, but what's? That's exactly what I thought. I was
Oh
like,
Lord! All right.
But
Man, he's had a lot of
I was a
plastic
kid.
surgery.
Yeah. Yeah. That was when I was a youngling. I was a little kid. I didn't know. It wasn't like this was yesterday. It was last month. But anyway, so.
Yeah.
It was last month. I was a kid. I had
Yeah.
my birthday, and I'm 18 now. So.
Now I'm a manly man.
You're de-aging me.
Other than what Debbie said, I don't think I have anything as a shameless plug. But don't forget to go to geeknewsnow.net and check out all the content there. A lot of great articles, good stuff coming out there every day. Check out us. Check us out on all the social medias. Geek News Now, Twitter, Instagram. Actually, it's not Twitter. It's X, Instagram, Facebook,
Twix.
Threads.
You can call it Twix.
All that other stuff. If you're here on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that little bell for notifications so that you know when we do go live. We will see all of you people next week right here on MCU Mondays. Y'all have a great week, and we'll see you on Monday. Bye.
Shit! Language. No one else is going to deal with the fact that Cap just said language. I know. For gosh sake, watch your language. That's not going away anytime soon. You bet your ass.
Steve, he said a bad language word.
Did you tell everyone?
Outwit the platinum bastard.
Steve doesn't like that kind of talk.
You know what, Romanoff? Fury, you son of a bitch.
Ooh, you kiss your mother with that mouth?